Stop supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first down. Off to Thomas on the left side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Able to slither by. He's got Fuller. Give him a couple on the catch at 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Texans, first down.
So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Watson looks to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's T.J. Carey who picked it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10 at the 40. Following the interception, Mayfield flushed out right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Check 26, check 26.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. My God.
On the ground with a tight end. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for the Browns. First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Shift. Run. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, alert, 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 alert. My God.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. There goes a deep ball. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry, 32 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the...
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw, Watson. Over the middle, open is Thomas. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. Out of the gun, Watson. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Christian Kirksey able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field. Defense is down. He's coming. Let's go.
Now Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
19. Check 53. Silver.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing on third down, Watson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your running back in to try and keep...
Jarvis Landry, 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 81 yards, and the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
On third down, Watson. Completion left side to Miller. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Fourth down, so the Texans dial up the number of their second-year punter, Trevor Daniel. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
We got this.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they start the second half with Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield, and he rifles one incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
41 Mike. Here we go. Hey,
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
This is it. 218. Mike. Hey, watch the leg. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Alert.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. Check nickel. Come on.
Throwing again is Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
A shotgun snap for Watson. On the right side, this is Miller. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And the Texans, 1st down.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Alert. Another time.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. To the air yet again, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Travis Carey. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point safely through, and it's now 21-0. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Sheldon Richardson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 2nd down now. It's Miller, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Set. 19. We own them. We own them. Turn left. Switch. Rotate. Hey, find them, go.
To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
You don't know no better.
They're going for it. It's Watson. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. This is a 26-yard attempt. The kick by Joseph is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A run by Foreman to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Watson. Thomas has got it, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards, and it's 3rd down.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Watson. Steps away to his left. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
I got you. Switch. In the car. 53, check 53.
On 1st down, it's Watson. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
One man in the backfield, that's Miller, 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. And they'll give Miller another crack. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Watson from the gun, he'll throw. This is caught, and it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone, and now it'll be 4th and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is 4th and goal. Here we go on 4th. Watson, and got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From a yard out, and the Texans get a bit closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2.
Check 4.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Denzel Ward.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10.
What we got? Hey, alert 33. Smooth. got you. I got you. 41's the mic. 41's the mic.
Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Here's Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.